Good afternoon, kids. This is Baron Von Awesome, and this is part 2 of the greatest playthrough pretty much ever of Bob Trigger. And we're taking over the action just as Bob walks into Lean Square, talks to an old guy that tells him to have fun, watches the racers that never ever tire go by. We think they're some kind of space robots, but we have yet to get confirmation on that. And here we learn that Lucky and her dad's inventions blow up like the others. That's completely useless information. These guys are vendors that sell a bunch of useless crap, like karate gis and bronze helms. They have some usefulness later, but right now we don't really have a lot of money at our disposal. That's Melchior. We'll get to him in a moment. That's supposed to be a piece of foreshadowing. It's supposed to lead you to try to sell a certain pendant to him in a little bit. These guys take a break for all about 5 seconds, and then they're off to the races again. You know, when I was about, oh, I don't know. By the way, that guy's useless. Hints are completely useless. The racers, years and years ago when I was a kid playing this game, I did like, I don't know, 500 races and recorded all the winners and determined that the Green Ambler wins a little bit more often than the rest. Whether that's actually true, I honestly have no idea. Now, if you want to rack up silver points, you just go ding. But, let me see. I think I'm maxed out on silver points, but I'm going to have to check and confirm that. Let's see. Yeah, I've got them all. I cheated while you guys weren't watching before I got in here and just got my silver points that I needed. Excuse me. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so up here is this chick who... Oh, Christ! What the... Drunken bitch ought to watch where she's going. Hey, Lean's bell just rang. That means I'm going to have an interesting and happy life. It'll be happier as soon as this chick gets out of here. Alright, step A. You're going to get framed for murder. Well, not murder, but, you know, princess napping in a little bit here. Oops, did I spoil it? Well, you should know that already. It was a sled. Anyway, point 1 of 7 is you gotta talk to her before you go grab the pendant. So, do that, grab the pendant, go back to her. And it may be amusing to tell her she can't have it back, but in this case we're going to give it right back to her because we're a good guy and we do not want to be executed, even though they're going to try anyway. Yeah, we definitely don't mind if she walks around with us for a while, even though I do. I can't stand her. I never have been able to, so you're just going to have to put up with a lot of me making digs at her. Let's give her an appropriate name that sums up her personality nicely, shall we? Yes, we indeed shall. So Bob's new girlfriend's name is Whore. Whore? Yeah, you don't say. Of course Bob is a nice name. Bob is the greatest name in human history. Let's see. A couple of the other things we have to do so we can get a perfect 7-0 sweep and get Ether out of the trial. That I cannot do without a turbo controller. There's a stupid little dance up there that I'm not going to waste 10 seconds of my life showing you. That's a little girl that wants the cat. You have to make sure to talk to her first, then bring her the cat. We'll run over here. Over there's the cat. By the way, whatever you do, don't touch that lunch. If you've been grinding Goddo for silver points, which, by the way, if you ever run, the fastest way to get silver points is just to bet in the races and use your fast forward. Whatever you do, don't eat the dude's lunch. It does refill your HP, but don't be lazy. Just go back to your house and sleep, alright? Don't make me sad. Come on, you stupid feline. I'm as skinny alive and bring your fur back to the little girl. Forget it, whore. Not happening in this lifetime. My gold is precious to me, and so is my health and lack of sexual problems. So if you talk to this dude, you can buy some stuff off of him. If you're insane and you like go act like a chicken 400 times, you can actually buy a load sword now, but that's not especially necessary. I will, however, purchase the iron blade. That'll be handy. And then he's going to ask me if I can talk whore into selling her pendant, and I will not. So he can just go to hell and die. If you talk to one of these people here, they will tell you that the invention is ready. And that's going to be that. I'm trying to think if I missed anything on the trial, but I don't think that I did. This is kind of important because I'm not going to get another chance. Oh yeah, there's the candy thing. And she's just going to stand there. Watch how quickly she makes her choice. Whoop, she's done. I love fast forward. If you try to get away from her, she stops you, and if you try a second time and she yells, "There's no need to drag me around like some kind of kidnapper," and then somebody goes up and says, "Well, obviously he must be a kidnapper," and the judge says, "Guilty!" Off with his head. I'm summarizing. And Tabin here is being a little bit over exuberant. Everybody's remarking on Lucky's glasses. Hi, Lucky. Yeah, sure, I'll try the telepod. Horror's over there trying to entice me again, but without any success. I'll tell you what, the girls in this game are even more messed up than usual by Square standards, and that's saying something. Alright, left pod. Tabin's ready to go. All systems on. This game's also noticeable for the default gray background instead of the usual default blue that all Final Fantasy games give you. I guess that's one of Square's many ways of saying, no, this is not a Final Fantasy game. Anyway. It worked? I can't believe it! Okay, that's pretty funny. There's a few lines in here that are genuinely good. Alright, Whore wants to try it too. Don't ask. You don't want to know. She won't go away. Vision of loveliness. Why don't you take her then, Tabin? Her rates are kind of expensive, but I hear she's really worth it. She's also into some pretty kinky things, as you can see by her. Demand that he throw a switch. That's called foreshadowing. Okay, first off, he says, let's give her a great big hand when she reappears, and the music stops. That should be your first two hints that she's not going to reappear. It'd be nice if she just exploded into bloody chunks. Like Gallagher hitting a watermelon. Her pendant's doing something. And away she goes. Ha ha ha. The ominous music would seem to be a pretty fair indicator that something bad is happening. Or at least it would be bad if it didn't involve Whore. Like, if Lucky disappeared, I'd regard that as mildly bad. But her? Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say. Interesting that she left the pendant behind. So, why is it then that when Bob goes through the portal here in a second, the pendant doesn't get left behind with him, too? Maybe it does. I don't remember ever checking. Alright, well, Lucky and Tabin are still bitching with each other about what happened. Lucky knows she's seen her somewhere. And Lucky just repeats herself. Alright, well, you guys have fun. I'm out of here. Screw this crap. Fuck you, Lucky. I'm not bringing her anywhere. Good riddance to her. I don't want her. Alright, I've got to go be a hero or something. Now the really kick-ass music starts. That's right. This audio is probably out of sync again, so you'll hear it in a couple seconds. Yes, I am a fine lad. Thank you for asking. I don't know where it's going to send me either. You know, don't you think she might just be dead? It's pretty weird. It's like, oh, yeah. Well, she just vanished into thin air, so, I'm just going to go vanish into thin air, too, and see what happens. I really find it a stretch to think that Bob would do such a thing. Or that Tabin and Lucky would think it'd be a good idea for him to do so. Now look, no pendant. Bob still has the pendant. So, the pendant did not go with Whore, but the pendant is with Bob. Just to review. I guess the only plausible explanation is that Whore took it off right when she was trying to tear it off because something weird was happening to her pendant. But Lucky specifically told Bob not to drop the pendant. Now, I have to admit, this is a really cool graphic. This is really blow you away in, like, 1996. We're going to stop right there because we're at 9.5 minutes, and I don't think I'll get through this first fight here. There's a couple of stupid bastard blue imps that pop out here. Oh, there they are. Alright, I'll try to kick their asses now while I can. And we're running out of time. We got 23, 22 seconds. They're going to get off their attacks, and we're not going to have time to finish it. But you're just going to have to trust me when I tell you that I totally kicked their asses. I forgot to crank up the battle speed. I got to do that sometime here soon. Oh, wait, we might make it 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. All right, we're there. We did it.